Hello everyone, Zach from Open Ears here, and in this video I'm going to talk a little bit about what happens next. As the tip reporter, you just made a tip and we want to say thank you so much on behalf of your leadership team for providing this valuable information. Your input is greatly appreciated. And I'm going to give you a quick overview here for what happens next. So at this point, your tip has been submitted. You can click exit here to exit out of the tip submission form, and this will bring you back to our home page. You can close your browser from here if you're finished otherwise. So what happens next depends on several factors here, and I'm going to quickly move back into our tip submission form here to speak about that. So if you've gone through the process here of when you were making your tip and you selected that you clicked yes here for your company to provide additional information, to send you requests for additional information on this matter, then you will receive an email confirmation. You'll receive a confirmation email that will provide you with a link that will take you to an anonymous chat room, and in that chat room, management of your organization can leave you messages requesting that additional information. Completely anonymous again. They can't track you back with your email address or anything else. But I do want to note that the information that you provide in the chat room is not specifically monitored or edited before providing. It's simply click and send. So you do want to be careful not to send any information through that would allow you to be individually identified if you want to maintain your anonymity. So if you've selected yes, again, you'll get an email that will provide a link to you to take you to an anonymous chat room, which you can use. You can also use that chat room to provide additional information yourself preemptively if you'd like, or if management does request additional information or wants to send you a message about the tip, they can do it that way. For step 5, if you selected yes, then you should expect to see a follow-up emails survey come through to your email account in 2 weeks after the date of you placing the tip. And the survey will ask your opinions. It will be made to get some feedback from you on whether you feel that the situation has been resolved in that 2-week time period since you made the tip, or whether the situation that you were concerned about is still happening. Is it getting worse? So this automated survey just allows you to share some additional information back to your company's leadership to give them some information about that. Has the situation resolved? The ultimate goal of this whole process is to resolve these types of situations, make sure that the company is a safe place for everyone, and all of that. So we definitely want to follow up with information to make sure that the concern has been addressed in your opinion. And if it hasn't, that your organization's leadership can continue to do more to resolve that situation. If you selected no on these instances and did not provide an email address, you won't get the survey follow-up, and your organization's leadership cannot send you a request for additional information. But if at this point you are watching this video now and realizing that you would have liked to select yes here, or you are open to that additional information, you can simply file a second tip and select yes, and then in the details there refer back to the previous tip that you submitted and provide a little bit of detail saying, upon further review, I've determined that I am willing to provide additional information, and I do want a follow-up survey, so I'm filing this second tip simply to put those step 4 and step 5 to yes and provide Open Ears with your email address. So those are the two primary things that will happen if you selected yes here. If you selected no and that was, you continued with no, then you won't receive any specific follow-ups. Your organization's leadership won't have a way to specifically follow up with you, and Open Ears won't have a way to contact you back with the follow-up survey. But your organization should be following up on your concern. usually will take, I would estimate in most situations, maybe a week or 2 weeks to do an investigation and to perform some follow-up work there on your concern. So if you don't see a change in the situation immediately, it might just mean that your organization's leadership is still in the investigation phase. And each situation is unique, so that's really just an estimated time frame, and every situation again is unique. But the situation, best practices would dictate that your organization's leadership will hopefully follow up on the situation as soon as possible, and take care of the situation. And again, if you selected no here, there's really nothing left for you to do on this concern at this point. If you're watching this video, you selected no, and you would like to provide some follow-up information in the future at a time frame of your own choosing, you can wait those 2 weeks yourself and then simply pop back into Open Ears, go through the tip submission process again, and make another tip that would refer, make some information in your box here when you talk about your concern that would relate back to that original submission so that management knows that these are related. But if the 2 weeks go by, 3 weeks go by, 4 weeks go by, and you still see that the concern has not been addressed, you're not satisfied with the outcome, you're still having issues, one recommendation from us is to just make a secondary tip at that, whatever that time interval that you feel appropriate is, and speak on the concern again, because management will receive this follow-up second. They receive every tip submission from us, and you can provide some detail about your concerns again at that point. It would be most helpful if you do that process to include some information here that allows management to easily make that connection that this second tip submission is in regard to the same concern that what you had previously provided at an earlier point. So you do always have the ability to pop back in here to address this, make additional tips if the situation does not seem to be resolved, to give management a heads up about it, because that's really the ultimate goal of the tip submission process, to resolve concerns essentially. So that pretty much wraps up what happens next. Again, it really depends on the information that you provided during these steps. And like I mentioned, if you want to make some changes, provide additional information, or change these to yes, you can provide a secondary follow-up tip, and basically with the intention of just either changing these answers or providing your own follow-up information at a given time point in the future. So thanks for watching the video. And if you have any additional questions or concerns that were not answered in this specific video, please go to our website at www.openears.io, and you can click on the Contact Us link there to send a link directly to us here at Open Ears, and we would be happy to work with you to provide you any additional information that you need about the process. All right, thanks so much and have a great day.